Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with our blind playthrough of Shadowgate. I almost said Deus Ex, that would have been a little weird. Just one thing I had a weird thought on was... So this. Normal versus the 3 classic difficulties. Like, because I think the achievements talk about 4 difficulties, you know, easy to hardest or whatever. I'm not... Does it say? Journeyman, blah, blah, blah. But my question would more be that, is normal the traditional Shadowgate experience? I don't know. I don't think so. But it would be interesting. You know, if it was basically the NES or the Macintosh version, you know, just graphically better. Tower landing is cold and uninviting. Excuse me. Alright. I went to bed like 2 hours early last night, and then I woke up at 1 a.m. and couldn't really get back to sleep, and it's just... I eventually did, but it's, you know... It's life. Okay, so... I had some weird epiphany last night, too, that I thought of, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, great. I really would have liked to try the bow and arrow against the, against the wolf lady. But that's too late now, you know? It is too late, so... Alright. I wonder why F2 makes all the interactable objects glow. Light the banner on fire. The hungry flames make quick work of the aged fabric. Yorick pipes up. I heard there are more towers within the castle, but not all can be accessed easily. More than the 3? Alright, so we have another goddess statue. Banded with iron, a thick wooden door sits squarely in the stone wall of this tower. It opens. Marble statue carved in the form of a female warrior with a spear sits on the landing. Perhaps it is fashioned in the image of a goddess. Large stone, let's try speaking to it. Mumble a prayer of supplication to the goddess. Let's go in. An odd sensation tingles just at the edge of your consciousness. You sense there is magic afoot in this chamber. Yeah. There's some torch sconces on the wall. That's interesting right there. And, oh, hey, it's like invisible stuff. Something big and bulky sits to this side of the room. The full fury of a huge thunderstorm is unleashed outside this window. Alright. Okay, I really thought, seeing the empty sconces on the wall, my first thought is put torches in there and light them. But... something large sits low to the floor towards the back of the room. Let's try using the illuminate spell. Oh, it works. Not what I expected to happen, to be honest. You picture the spell. I mean, I was hoping it would, but my thought was, you have a spell that generates light. You know, either affects the gargoyles later in the game. Maybe they're not there anymore. or something to do with that living darkness. Alright, picture the spell glyph in your mind and whisper the word Flumoris. A brilliant white flash is followed by a strange, wavering effect that illuminates phantom objects within the room. There is a magical glamour at work in these quarters. Check the rug. The translucent covering appears to be a faded and frayed rug. You mishandle the lit torch, which drops to the rug, forever leaving a scorch mark. Is it fading? The half-seen furniture is a low-backed divan, crafted in the style of the lords and ladies of old. The ghostly item is a long, slender object sitting on top of a circular base. Can I take it? After a few tries, you manage to take the object, so it only lasts for a couple of turns. The thin material of this paper crackles between your fingers. We'll take it. After a few tries, you manage to take the scroll. You alternate between blinking and rubbing your eyes, unsure if the disappearance of the objects has to do with your senses or the dissipating effects of the spell. Why, though? Why have it fade out? Parchment creased and crumpled has been rolled up. Ah, it's going to be magic. You read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. Sparks. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power. As you quickly write down the strange mark in your spellbook, the scroll crumbles in your hands. You have learned a spell. Right. Now, this circle, empty chamber. Yeah, exactly right. I don't think that was what was in the background. There was... Let's... the shimmering glyph translates to the word sparks. When you concentrate on the symbol, a dizzying array of colors confounds your senses. Maybe this is what you use on the gargoyles, not the light. Oh yeah, let's check out the candle. Candle sits atop a bleached white skull held securely by its wax drippings. You ask the skull how it got into this predicament. It doesn't respond. Apparently there's an achievement for... Because I was just looking through them. There's one for talking to every skull in the game. We're not going to be doing that in this playthrough. That'll be... on my own. You know? Alright, so spells. Let's cast on... There you go. Can I open the desk? Oh, what is this first? Oh, there are torches there. Circular plate is mounted to the wall. Truly, this must have belonged to one of the wizards in the circle. That was what it was. So I have these iron bars, right? I wonder if this is the lightning rod. Right, because, I mean, who knows? Alright, I don't think I can take this. Struggle to get a hold of the rune, but it doesn't budge from the wall. Let's try opening this. You rifle through the drawers of the desk, finding nothing of value. Yorick whispers in a dramatic fashion, "Something's not right here, boy. I smell a powerful enchantment." You stumble over and sit heavily on the divan. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that word correctly, but that's, you know, it's alright. The cushions seem in need of some restuffing. Alright, so it is gone. Let's cast it again. I'm going to take the torches. You know what? I'm actually going to try lighting one of the torches. You wave the lit torch around trying to get a better look at what could be here. Okay, so you can't actually burn any of this stuff, but you can take it. Well, something's not right. I smell a powerful enchantment. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Well, let's go back. Let's see. Items. Just the torches? That was it? I'll try using the rod on... What you expected hasn't happened. The bar did not do anything to the statue. You know, the spear made a crack. Attack the statue with the spear. A small crack appears in the stone. Visage? Visage? Okay, so really nothing. Because I was thinking about this last night when I couldn't sleep, and I was like, well, you know, it said it did something, but then when I used the hammer on the mirror, it cracked it, like it did some visible stuff. So it's probably nothing. Alright, next. Ooh, what is this? Thick, twisted tangles of roots cover the tower landing. They seem to be originating from upstairs. It's probably not good. Okay, faded red fabric is tattered. Faded red fabric is tattered and torn. Ornate metallic inlay on the door seems to resemble a stylized griffin. Like a sphinx, maybe? I really want to meet the sphinx. Okay, let's take the torch. I'm going to examine the roots. You can eat them. Thick strands of roots wind down from the stairs above. The strange phenomenon seems to be growing right in front of your eyes. You pull a small leaf off the vines and gobble down the bitter greens. A sense of peace, quiet, and enduring strength fills you until you begin gagging and the feeling passes, that is. Well, don't eat it. Good to know. A strange echoing sound filters out through this open doorway. Let's go in. There's the hat. Congratulations, you have earned the Novice Adventurer achievement. What achievement is that? Explore... Is that the one that's explore half the rooms? If that's the case... this game is way longer than I thought it would be. Alright, sound is amplified in the circular chamber filled with musical instruments. We have a lot of stuff to look at. Let's look at the window first. Swirling clouds and howling wind hinted at the terrible strength of the unnatural weather that surrounds the castle. This hand-carved flute is made from some type of wood. One hole has been carved into it. I guess I'll take it. I guess I'll take everything that's not nailed down. Lacking even a fundamental understanding of composition, this handwritten score, replete with notes, chords, and stanzas, is simply beyond you. Let's take it. The surface of this brass-gilded, handcrafted mirror is slightly discolored. Clear your throat and say, "Mirror, mirror," York cuts you off. Do you actually expect the thing to speak back? No. I think I have a mirror already, though. Polished silver metal with carvings of flying dragons. Brass gilded. So one is brass, one is silver. I feel like that's probably a harder tier puzzle. They're like, I want a mirror. No, not that one. 6 strings run the length of this short-necked lute. It is a prized possession for any bard or tavern entertainer. Trying to think of the Skyrim thing. Ragnar the Red. The intricately carved wooden trim on this desk is amazing. You wonder what this piece of furniture would fetch on the streets of Gwynthynhell. You open each drawer looking for something of value. Nope, nothing. This large drum consists of a large animal hide stretched over a shell made with curved wood. This cloth-wrapped mallet... Clothed? Did I say clothed? I think I did. Cloth-wrapped mallet is made for striking percussion instruments. Put the mallet in your satchel. The pointy conical hat is made from a soft purple material. That was a weird sound. Made of elegantly curved wood, this harp contains a number of differing length strings from the column to the knee. I assume this is probably the column and that's probably the knee. The regal influence of the court can be seen in the craftsmanship of this formal couch. Let's try hitting the harp. You hit the harp as hard as you can. What comes out is a discordant noise that sets your teeth on edge. Let's hit the drum. In an attempt to create a harder beat, you hit the drum with your fist. Well, let's try using the mallet. Use mallet on. Employing the mallet, you beat out a complicated pattern, one that echoes throughout the chamber. I don't know what you're supposed to use on the harp, if anything. Archive. Right, that's the music. Outfit, we have the witch's hat. I like how the drum beat's still going, that's kind of nice. Yeah, boy. Alright, let's... Oh, hey! What is this? Why is that right there? I mean, I know what it is. It's... You probably go up to the landing and then there's another room. And I right-click. Like I'm trying to get out of the map. Alright, let's... walk to our death. You trip over the roots as you head up the stairs. Massive twisted roots engulf the tower landing. The thick roots originate from the doorway to your left. These gnarled, old-growth roots are better suited to a forest than inside a tower. A gnarled tangle of roots cover the door. You can almost make out a circular design on the door. Like one of the... I have no idea. Let's try open. You attempt to dig into the tangle of roots and vines searching for the handle. The roots are too thick. If only there were a way to cut through the leafy obstruction. See, that's kind of a clue, I assume. Can I hit them? You strike the tangle of greenery and are rewarded with a thorn embedded in your fingers. Ouch! Okay. Tried to eat that. It didn't work. Let's try the torch first. It's possible it'll catch me on fire as well. The vegetation seems to swell as the flame from the lit torch is brought close. However, the roots do not catch fire. Why is the lightning? And did the music just change to the low torch theme? Don't know. Oh, right. It said it's for cutting wood, isn't it? Well, see, that's a good clue. Those are good clues. Some of this other stuff I feel like... And now, the thing with the wyvern, right? Where it's flying around and you need a spell or whatever. That's fine, too. Not having all the clues, that's totally acceptable. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a balance. It's a balance. And it's easy for me to sit here and critique the devs or whatever, but I know it's hard. I understand that. Let's look at the door now. Various bits of root and vine cling to this ornate door. A faded circular symbol, much like the dace in the chamber underneath the courtyard, is etched on the door. Let me read that again. Like the dace in the chamber under the courtyard. In the chamber under the courtyard. The dais in the chamber under the courtyard. Okay, which one of these is the dais in the chamber? Okay, yeah, if it's that's what I thought it was talking about, but I didn't realize that was the courtyard. If it's talking about this, the circle chamber, yeah. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Let's try opening it. Door opens the creak and a strange rustle of leaves. I was thinking there might be another door here. There's always been one, right? There's one here, which is weird. I guess that would go over here if it was gonna do that, but it's kind of weird they chose to put it right there. Like it might not open, I guess. I don't know. Doorway is surrounded by a series of roots, making it seem as if this is an entrance into an underground chamber. You recall a fairy tale of a girl that went down a rabbit hole and hope that is not where you are heading. This small chamber has literally been engulfed by roots and vines of all types that stem from a single point in the ceiling. You wonder what is up there and resolve to do something about it. Oh, the other thing I was thinking of was the changeling when she talked about intrigue. Was the whole point of attacking Lakmir so that Lakmir would draw out the last of the line of kings? In other words, my character. Was that the whole point? Alright, so we have a circle. We have possibly Lakmir. We have a couple holes in that. So let's look at some of this stuff. What is this? This opening in the dense roots leads to a small nook. This root-choked opening was once a window. Outside you see the full fury of a thunderstorm beating down on the surrounding mountains. Traced on the floor, the glowing circle glimmers and sparkles with a quiet power. The body of Lakmir the Timeless floats above the floor, his expression a fascinating mix of calm and concentration. He grimaces every now and then, as if in pain. It doesn't make sense. I thought he was in his own tower. Somewhere else, right? You lift your eyes to the ceiling and your jaw dropping in awe. You have found the source of the strange flora that has engulfed this room. Perhaps you should step in for a closer look. First, let's speak to Lakmir. Open Lakmir, like check his pockets or hit him. We'll talk. You address Lakmir in a whispered tone. Yorick chimes in helpfully. That one is in an astral state. He must have been desperate to subject himself to this. If his body were to die, then his spirit would be set adrift forever. Ooh. Eat roots, huh? Stand up on your toes and get a closer look at the center of the roots. Oh, it's got to be a wand. Maybe. A mesmerizing mass of roots and vines emanate from the center of the ceiling. At this heart of the tangled confusion, a golden artifact glows with a calming power. Actually, maybe that's the Staff of Ages. This golden piece of wood pulsates with an ancient power. Without a doubt, the roots you've seen thus far originate from this artifact. Can I take it? You pull the golden thorn from amongst the tangled roots. The artifact resists at first, but then seems to accept your touch, easily dislodging from the vines that enshroud it. Okay, the golden thorn is one of the pieces of the Staff of Ages. 5 to find, 3 are won. Let's see. That's the same thing. Let's see. From floor to ceiling, the small chamber has literally been engulfed by roots and vines of all types. The solitary figure hovers in the center, seemingly lost in a meditative trance. Must have been desperate to subject himself to this. If his body were to die, then his spirit would be set adrift forever. Is that what... Yorick peers out from the sack. Hey, I think I got a bit sick in here. Sorry about that. What did he throw up? Dust? Okay, let's check his pockets. We'll do some CPR. Check pockets and run. I know, it's terrible. Oh, a barrier of energy flashes around Lakmir, preventing you from disturbing his otherworldly state. Lakmir's abode. Strange. I mean, it would actually make sense that all the wizards have their own little tower. Let's check this nook. You drop to your knees and crawl through the grasping roots to a nook beyond. Amidst the tangle of roots and vines lies a small nook, housing a desk and various scholarly paraphernalia. We got some books. We have maybe an ink well and a chest. Various runes and glyphs cover this ornately carved chest. Throw back the latch and open the chest. You find 2 scrolls, a key, and a book. These you place in your bag. And also, I do like the little animation of it opening and the stuff going in there. It's neat. The engraving on this key resembles a lion breathing fire. Okay. Got it. I know where that is. Archive. Weathered and colored scroll has held up well over the years. You read the handwritten note. Timeless one, I have done what you asked. My travels have taken me to the north, where I have found a woman from the family Ornsal. Her great-grandmother can be traced back to the meeting you speculated, a secret relation with the High One some 300 years past. This woman has taken the name Kuthagar. A strong coincidence, or have we found the one you seek? The letter is signed with a mark in the shape of the letter W. Scroll is loosely rolled up. Magic. You read the words on the scroll. One particular word stands out from the rest. A censure. In your mind's eye, you see a glyph glowing with power as you quickly write down the strange mark in your spellbook. Blah, blah, blah. You have learned a spell. What does it do? This complex symbol translates to the ancient word a censure. It feels like it conjures... The image it conjures feels like some rite of passage. It's got to be the circle. Right? See, these are good clues. These are good clues. Like there's that circle with the thrones, or the circle chamber, right? And it talks about that's where they do rites of passage. This tells you about a rite of passage. You're putting the clues together. Presumably, that's where you use it. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, what is this? The glass bottle is empty. Another bottle. Cool. The spine of this ancient leather book is falling to pieces. That's no good. Well, you open the book to a well-read passage. Achievement unlocked, Librarian. You read an annotated passage. The dawning of the age shall portend a change to the powers of the earth and of the air. The rain shall end for all that walk the ways. Foremost among this is the Behemoth. He who set above all others, it is he that holds the key and wields the power of the stars. He stands against all, and all stand against him. Great and terrible is his might. Congratulations, you have earned the Librarian achievement. The dawning of the age? The rain shall end for all that walk the ways. Is this like an end of magic? Is that what it's talking about? That'd be interesting. We're going to take it. Cover of this leather-bound book is simply marked with the words year 1851. Carefully opened the book to a dog-eared page. The neat handwritten entry fills the page from edge to edge. My efforts have been rewarded as I have found the one. It is left to me to set him on his path, this I know. The magic I must attempt is formidable, and I have little acquaintance with astral conjurations. Though taxing, I need remain in this stasis until the task is exhausted. My defenses will have to hold. The thorn has proven to be a valuable artifact and has thwarted Kahu's attempts to reach me. Kahu is the changeling, I assume. I hope we're not doing Talamir's work all along. This wood construct consists of a seat, legs, and a back. Perhaps one could sit down on such a contraption. The plane table is not only solidly built, but appears to be made of a wood found in the northern stand. Okay, is that all in this chamber? It appears so. Well, until he must remain in this task in this state until the task is completed. I mean, I'm not looking to kill him. You know what I mean? Oh, did I not open this one? The cover of the book bears a single name, Kuthagar 1. You open the book and lightning flashes. You thumb along the page and begin reading about halfway down. We struck our bargain. I would conceal the well of holding by constructing a huge edifice over it, imbued with magics and living defenses beyond fathoming. Built at the junction of all ley lines. The origin, the place with power beyond measure so the warder could perform his task. I still do not know who this old being was, nor how it came by its purpose. What entity put it on this path, and what purpose do I fulfill in this drama? They must be talking about the behemoth. I would conceal the well of holding by constructing Castle Shadowgate over it. Right. Well, I guess we'll leave him here. Inner Sanctum, ceiling. We could go over here. There's that key, which I don't think... I don't have the key to that. I have the key to the... where is it? To the small corridor, this door. Well, let's go down, first off. Alright. I wonder what the point of those statues are. It could just be, you know, world building. Alright, what I need to do is see... Right, we'll want to check the battlements. But also I want to go to, I think, the North Tower. Yes. Which I believe is this one. No, it's not this one. It's the next one. Because I was like, I thought it had a pumpkin. The torch's flame momentarily flickers. We'll do what we gotta do, and then we'll light another one. Because we have, I mean, we have a few. We should be good. Okay, we'll equip it. And slip the hat over your unkempt hair and onto your head. It's a tad too big and slides down, obscuring your vision. With a grumble, you push it back up.
Tricks or treats?
Tricks or treats, you say in your loudest voice. The door opens in response with an eerie creak. I guess I keep this stuff on. You know. You smell the faint musty scent of damp earth beyond the door. This tower's chamber is empty save for a strange gilded mirror resting against the far wall that hums with power. Yep, there's some stuff right here. We got a bag. So we have a mirror and a bag. Let's look at the bag. This brown sack feels like it is made from paper. You are almost certain that it contains rocks. Okay. You do a double take at your reflection in the mirror. Your costume could pass as a witch dressed up for a harvest festival. Well, isn't that nice? Let's open the sack first. You look into the sack and mumble, "I got a rock," as you place the contents in your satchel. I think they misspelled it there. Statchel. And toss the bag away. So we have rocks for the sling now. 6 of them. The rounded stone may well have come from a riverbed. Well, river. I'm sure it's unintentional. It's terrible. Terrible, I know. Alright, what am I supposed to do here? Let's see. There you must carve my visage and illuminate the sacrifices in the field of jack-o'-lanterns. So I guess we have to go through the mirror. Let's talk to it. This place is beginning to give me the creeps, you admit to yourself. You and me both, York quietly agrees. Let's try opening. You run your fingers along the mirror's frame, looking for a hidden latch or release. Nothing. Okay, we've done that already. Go to mirror. You close your eyes and walk purposefully into the mirror. The smooth surface gives way and blackness overtakes you. In but a brief moment, you are transported somewhere else. Oh yeah, my torch is about to go out. A forlorn and eerie field strewn with pumpkins as far as the eye can see opens up before you. As you stand before the strange circle on the ground, you have the disturbing feeling that someone or something is watching from the shadows. Let's light a torch first. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh. Gravestones. Basically everything except for the pumpkin is examinable. Examinable? 22. That's enough. Alright. Much better. Okay, so let's look at all this stuff first. A circle replete with a dizzying array of strange swirls and archaic symbols has been scorched into the earth. A curious hum seems to emanate from it as well. Preternatural flames lick at the sockets of this bleached skull. The skull glows with otherworldly light, casting a somber pall on the surroundings. The flames from the skull move about in a preternatural way. The skull's eyes glow with a malevolent air. I assume there's a pool of things, and it doesn't matter if you click. Like, this one's probably not malevolent. It's just... Right, so if we look at it again... Oh, no, they are individual. I mean, potentially. As you look overly long at the flaming eyes of the skull, you get the sense that it is laughing at you. Alright. This tattered white sheet has numerous holes cut throughout. You wonder what kind of blockhead made this costume. I guess we'll take it. Grab the tattered sheet and drop it into your satchel. There's not an option to equip it, though. I mean, you can from here, which is weird. Let's look at the tombstones. The lettering on this tombstone is too difficult to read. The grave marker looks freshly chiseled. It reads, "Remember that as you pass by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, so you must be. Prepare for death and follow me. Tu fui, ego eris." You can make out the name Abby Normal carved into the stone cold of the marker. Stone cold of the marker? Did I dyslexic these words? Cold. Cone stoled. Cold stone. Jesus Christ. Okay. Abby Normal. I don't know what that's from. Is it like Monty Python or something? You can barely make out the name Lenore chiseled into this grave. Chillingly, a raven from a nearby tree calls nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven. The words inscribed on this gravestone read, "Beneath this simple stone, my precious one sleeps alone." The chiseled words are faded beyond comprehension, but you think you see the letters R.I.P. and the name Ace Harding. Was that the main character of Deja Vu? That would be cool. Ace Attorney. Chiseled inscription on the tombstone reads, "Here lies Draken, protector of the Blothany Gem." Well, okay. So there's 3 circles. An empty spot within the circular diagram indicates that something big and round should go here. It appears as if something large and round would fit within the circular diagram. The circular design appears to be a perfect spot for something large, round, and orange, and these are also individually described. Right, so let's use the pumpkin. The pumpkin falls to the ground with a thump that echoes across the field. Using the pumpkin has no effect on... Oh, I probably misclicked. There we go. And where's number 3? Okay. Now I'm supposed to carve them, right? I think that's what it said. Carve them. Let's see. Carve my visage and illuminate the sacrifices in the field. Oh, I do have torches. Or candles also. Right? I have, well, 3 candles. Okay, so where is... There's the knife. Let's try using the knife. With some effort, you slip the carving knife into the pumpkin. At once, your hand feels possessed, guiding the knife and skillfully creating a jack-o'-lantern replete with a scary face. Carving pumpkins is hard as shit, also. Okay, one more. Alright. It's nice that they have different faces. That's good. Okay, can I use... I assume we use the candle on the pumpkin, maybe? There is already a candle inside the jack-o'-lantern. Nice. Well then. You lift the top of the pumpkin and light the candle inside. It blazes with an ethereal glow. Alright, and 3. Ooh. Oh, hello. That's kind of scary, actually. As you light the last pumpkin, a cold wind begins to swirl. Within moments, a strange howling fills your ears. Ooh. Like that of a distant baying hound. A tremor follows, splitting a rent across the diagram and releasing a flock of agitated crows. From within the avian storm, a malevolent being rises and towers above you, cackling in delight. Surely this is the dread pumpkin. With a shout of, "I'm free!" the flaming monstrosity disappears in a gout of flame. As your senses slowly return, you can't help but feel a little robbed. Why, you didn't even get a present, let alone all that candy you expected, you blockhead. Congratulations, you have earned the Rookie Pumpkin Hunter achievement. That was fun. I wonder if on like harder difficulties you need to use the candles. It might even be like, you know, because there's red, yellow, and the skull one, and you might need to put different ones into each or whatever, you know. Is that it? Let's look at him now. Laughing face of the pumpkin seems to be, or glowing face of the pumpkin seems to be laughing at you. You can't help but think that there's intelligence behind the carved eyes. Eerie glow of the grinning face of the jack-o'-lantern flickers in an unsettling way. You stare into the scary visage of the jack-o'-lantern, mesmerized by the way the eyes glow with an unearthly light. So I guess the whole point is just to get the achievement, which is fine, but... I mean, I guess. You don't need anything else. You don't need to solve this to complete the main game, presumably. So, achievement's fine. Oh, hello.
I see you have run afoul of my traps. Still, you have managed to overcome them and make it this far. I shall concede that you are proving most resourceful. You will soon discover your efforts are but in vain.
Is that my halftime warning? Right. I don't know, maybe. Well, I'll save. I mean, we have to stop anyway, so... The air becomes heavy and the very shadows seem to merge before you. In a flash of fire, the eyes of the Warlock Lord appears, his voice reverberating. I see you run afoul of my traps. Still, you have managed to overcome them and make it this far. I shall concede you are proving most resourceful. You will soon discover your efforts are but in vain. In an instant, the dread apparition dissipates, leaving a cold chill in its wake. Well. Interesting. It doesn't, Is this not considered a room on the map? Let's take this stuff off. Oh, in one violent motion, you pull the mask off your head and take a breath of fresh air. In one violent motion, you snatch the hat from your head. Okay, where to? Oh, let's save first. What was the one? This was the one we don't want to erase. No, turn 708. Well, yeah, it might be more than 1,000. Save over this one. Alright, what did... 808. Strange, but why would he appear there? Right? I mean, maybe it is your halftime warning. Maybe you have 1,600 turns to beat him. All right. And it was after I moved as well. Right, so you move into a different room. That way you're not in the middle of something, and then he appears. So, that makes sense. So what about this? Locked from the other side. Presumably... I have a feeling like this goes to the catacombs or something like that, so we still have to... Or maybe not. I have no idea. Alright, so we're back here. Did we get a second key? No. But the sheet. Well, okay, so that's also fair, actually. We got the sheet from in there. I don't know what it's for. Wonder what kind of blockhead made this costume. Let's try putting it on. You attempt to put the sheet over your head, but the fabric is too shredded and tattered to wear. Good grief. Ah, okay. With the blockhead thing, I wasn't certain. But good grief, yeah, this is a Charlie Brown reference. Like the Great Pumpkin, I guess? Man, this game is full of references. I don't mind. I don't know if I like it, but I don't mind. Let's put it that way. I'm neutral. Alright, so we need to go into the small corridor. Oh, let's check the, this way. Alright, let's try using one of these bars. Let's use this one. It looks longer on the statue. You climb onto the statue, attempting to force the bar into the slot. No luck, it simply doesn't fit. What about the spear? You attempt to cut a piece of the marble from the statue. Unfortunately, it's quite resilient. Okay. That makes sense. And probably not the scepter, but we'll try it. The scepter failed to do anything constructive to the statue. So I had the right idea with the iron bar. What about... We'll try this one. I don't think it's... I mean, you know, they're probably both the same. Yep. We need the actual rod. I doubt any of the instruments would do it. The golden thorn. See, it makes more sense. Before it was called... I don't remember. But it looked kind of like this. And it was unclear exactly how it fit onto the staff, but I assume you had the staff and the thing onto the top. I think it was just called the blade, because it looked like a... almost like a propeller, a little bit. Right, like it had the central thing and two spikes that came out and then went like this. So I assume it fits onto the top, and then the silver orb goes into the middle. Right, when I was a kid and played the original, I assumed for some reason, I assumed the silver orb went on top because the Staff of Ages has like this little, looks like a cup holder or something on top. And then I figured, because the blade had like a hole in it, so I assumed that slotted onto the bottom, which is kind of a dumb looking staff, but whatever, you know? Alright, so using the rods on that did not work. We are going to open this door with the key. The key fits and turns with a satisfying click. The door is now unlocked with a shrug. You toss the key away over your shoulder. I do appreciate that. I appreciate tossing away items that are no longer going to be used. The door swings open. The strong smell of dirt and earth emanates from this room. No Sphinx. No troll either so far. And technically no Cyclops. It was replaced with a goblin. Ah, here we go. Also, technically, no shark. Replaced with a kraken or something. All right. This ornate chamber is dominated by a beautiful mosaic design on the wall. A large hole has been blasted in the floor, leading down into the darkness. Okay. So... Oh, did I click on a... What is that, a bone? A long, deep crack runs down the length of the bone. Everything except basically the ground is unclickable. So I wonder if he has a death thing now. Because it was something about the king was looking for the... I assume this is the guy that you give the scepter to. And it said something about like he wanders the halls looking for anyone that has his property and killing them or something. So we will stop here. I don't want to. I'm actually... I kind of like this game a lot. That's the weird thing. I've been kind of thinking to myself, like, do I recommend the game? Do I not? I don't know still, because there's a lot of puzzles that make sense, and then there's a lot that seem not to. So, who knows? Anyway, that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Let me make sure there's no cats underneath me so I can kind of back up a little bit. What is your guys' unique positive moment for today? For me, it's honestly just this coffee. It's not particularly special or anything, but I enjoy it, you know? And it's caffeinated. So that's key. That is key. But that is my unique positive moment for today. I don't know if you saw the time. It's morning. I'm off today, which is nice because I'm still recovering from being up all night a couple days ago. But that is my unique positive moment. Hopefully your guys is just as good, if not better. Hopefully better, of course. And I hope to see you guys next time. Till then, guys, take care.